Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JT from the Beauty of Life. So today is a very disappointment day for me. This is regarding printing an A1 AMS dehumidified filaments boxes, which I already print. And when I try to transfer the filament feeder to this device to put it on top of the machines, I found a major mistake that I made because I did not understand. Unless you are a professional about this kind of board electric, then you could do that. But if you're not, be prepared when you transfer over here. You might lose one or two functions from the AMS lite machines. The first function you're going to lose going to be the ability of it's able to detect the color. So in order for them to transfer from the old filament to the new filament when you run out the filament's color, is for the machine to be able to detect the color. But if unable to detect the color, then they won't be able to continue print if one of your filament run out. So that is a mistake that I made. I tried everything to see if I could salvage, could transfer over, but I can't, and I'll explain to you why next. Okay, so stay tuned. Alright guys, this is harder than I thought. I thought we just remove this and then put it on the stand and that's it, but no, it's not. So when I wanna unscrew this, it's completely connected to a whole motherboard. So what it means is I have to find out a way to put all this electrical wire inside here and to this housing so we can put on top of the machines. So I don't have any electrical or motherboard whatever background, so I don't know, but I'm just going to dissect it and use my medical brain to see if it worked for me, to see how it's gonna do it. Okay, so from the beginning I remove all the screw and everything. I use this to pry open this crack. It's my first time, so that's why I didn't do it. So to pry open this, and I'm going to open inside and see how would I put in the box. Let me figure it out first, and let's open this one. Okay, so this is how it looked like inside. So, alright guys, come to conclusions. The functions to transfer the AMS system to the other housings is impossible because, let me explain. I tested in every possible way to see if it's gonna have another way to work. So I even without this probe and without the wire on the base, the signal won't transfer, which means the machine will not pick up the color from the spool would it defeat the purpose of having an AMS machine? Because the function for it to it actually detect your colors. So when you run out one spool and then you have another spool that have the same color, automatically run. But if you take it out from this case, which is I even take out the wire, I test it with the wire, without the wire, in every possible way, without the spool, without the claw, with the claw, with this and without this, nothing work unless I have to put it on. Sure, even though I put this on outside, put this, but even without the case, it's not gonna work. So unless you don't mind about manually inputting the colors in the machines, it still work. It doesn't mean it doesn't work, but it doesn't detect the color first. And secondly, when you have the same color, it's in another spool, it won't take over from it. I mean, it's just gonna stop. The AMS machine function is to first detect the color. Secondly, when you run out one and then you have the same one next to it, if you know it's gonna running out, the machine gonna automatically transfer over and then continue to print, and you transfer to another spool. But without that function, it defeats the purpose of paying extra for the machines. So unless you don't mind not having it and insert it what type of spool manually, then it still work. You just have to take all this out. You don't need, so at that time you don't need these wire anymore. You just take all this out. You only need the motherboard, and then you just insert the motherboard directly to the housing that we printed, which is still works, but I just didn't like it missing the other functions. So I'm just gonna keep it the same way it is until I find something else. Okay, so which means this box we printed for nothing, is useless, is the function is complete, is it different. Okay, so okay guys, after dissecting the AMS device, I put it to the original forms, put it back to original forms, because I don't like the fact that I lose a couple functions from the AMS, because I like to have the function of able to detect the colors, able to, when one filament run out, and if the other spool had the same color, same coating, same brand, especially from Bamboo Lab, it could just continuous take over from the other spool. So I don't like to lose that functions. So I'm going to keep the same original form that came with the housing. So basically everything in this housing for the AMS light is connected. The wire inside, the pole, and even the claw is all connected for it to do its job. So it still work, but it just lose that function, which is I don't like. So I'm gonna keep using it. I'm probably gonna make something, I'm gonna print something that could put it on top of the machine instead, so to save some space. That's probably what I'm gonna do. And for this box, I'm not sure what to do with it. I reprinted, weighted so much filament. Okay, so I don't know what to do. I might just use it as a storage space for the extra spool. And yeah, so if you not an expert, consider if you want to print it or not. Okay guys, so this is the end of my video. I hope this helped, because if someone posts a video like this, I probably would never print this box. It look really nice, it's a really nice print, look really nice, but I would never print this box because it took me total 7 days. Not, of course not continuous, 7 days to print out a part, because I have to work, you know. So it's a long process, but after that it's like I can't even use it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.